evening, everyone, and I apologise in advance because I'm really suffering from the hay fever today. Oh, I'm really suffering from hay fever. Oh, it's killing me. It's killing me today. Absolutely nightmare. Anyway, where were we? Oof, I'm all slutty. Right, so we rescued Solomon. Now, what I have done is I've actually rejigged my character's skills, Rico's skills, and what I've done is I've buffed up my tech use. So my thinking is that I can potentially get rid of Pascal and replace him with Solomon. Because he's the only character I think I don't like need, because like Abelard, well, I guess I could get rid of Abelard. He's kind of a tanky boy, but if we got Solomon, he's probably a tanky boy too, right? Do we get rid of Abelard's? Maybe. But I kind of love Abelard's. He's kind of, you know, I kind of love the big bastard. So I don't know. I'm having a hard time picking. Oh, Valley of Sleep. The crew have discovered a hidden valley littered with thousands of animal skeletons. Auger data suggests that some kind of sleeping gas vents here. It's like the animals either realise they are heading for a deadly trap or even come here to die on purpose. Let's study the gas. After a series of experiments, the ship's weaponsmiths managed to perfect a few different types of ammunition. Okay. Starship remnants. Okay, good. Did we pick up anything? No, it just disappears. Alright. Fine, disappear on me, I don't care. See if I give a shit. Hello. Honestly. Rude. That's what that is. Bloody rude. 2 plasteel I don't think is worth it. The augurs detected wreckage in the void ship's vicinity, but the exact nature of the wreckage remains unclear. Look for the source of the wreckage. The auger crew reports they've registered no evidence of a disaster that could have produced such debris. Pick up several pieces of wreckage. Some of the wreckage is made of plasteel, the rest is some unknown material. Studying the fragments further is nigh impossible due to the severe corrosion damage. The non-metallic fragments also bear burn marks. It's exciting. Nothing. Not a sausage. Okay, so we've explored all that. I can't remember what we were doing, to be honest. Right, where are we? We haven't... Right, we've been to that one. We haven't been here. Let's go here. Agent report from the vessel's shrine. Number of invaded its temple and plundering the incorruptible relics of your ancestors, slaughtering devout worshippers as they went. The High Factorum is among the casualties. Oh no! Survived, remains conscious, albeit in great pain. Okay. And so it comes to pass, Skibala's somber tone fills the broadcast. I performed a reading of his tarot after the morning watch siren, but the visions sent by the Undying One were too indistinct. I saw rivers of blood flowing towards the bones of the dead and a blurred figure laughing, treading upon the ashes of the fallen. It's now clear. The Undying Ones desire me to follow the figure's tracks. Thus my hunt begins. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, Bella. Prezes. Alcabarazes. Is there 2 episodes 8? Oh well, this episode, it's fine. I'll fix it later. Right, we'll get rid of. We got Solomon. We got rid of Pascal. Yeah, that. I mean that. Let's rock. Let's rock with that. Sounds good. I thought I updated the number, but hey, it's wouldn't surprise me if I hadn't. Jesus Christ, what's going on in here? What the hell? Traitorous vermin, I'll get you wherever you are. Master at Arms is barking orders. Confessor Abelard is murmuring a prayer, and his Infernus Master is circling the chapel with the keen eyes, is watching for threat. Kibala quickly sweeps her gaze over the destruction before focusing on the bloody footprints that stretch from the ruins of the reliquary. The High Vectorum's velvet coat is streaked with blood, and Janus himself is deathly pale. A Medicae officer is working on the black gunshot wound in his chest, and Janaris grunts faintly with every touch. He focuses his eyes on you with tremendous effort. Forgive me for not greeting your ladyship with a bow. I must tell you, Nemesite has stolen the great relic. Janaris, what happened here? Serfs in red headscarves burst into the chapel and started shooting. Their leader made for the relic, the remains of the honourable rogue traders brought here from the mutant-sullied crypts. And when I realised that the sacred ashes of your ancestors were about to fall into the filthy hands of a heretic, one intent on desecrating the glorious dynasty, no, that could not be allowed to happen. I blocked his path. Janaris closed his eyes, briefly gathering his strength. The bastard allowed himself a few vile insults against me, which I obliged to admit, but I do not give into the provocation. I was hoping to buy myself some time. Then this so-called Nemesite started reviling the customs of the ship, berating its officers and enforcers before insulting the very name of your ladyship herself. I threw my glove in his face and demanded a duel, but the honourless villain just shot me. He laughed at me. The depraved creature. He winces, either from a new burst of pain or from the memory of the humiliation he so recently endured. And then he committed sacrilege by stealing the relic and shattering the sarcophagus. Forgive me, your ladyship, I failed to preserve the sacred ashes of your ancestors. It's a chaos number, right? Yeah, and we are going full heretics, so I feel like calling you Abracadabra because that's close enough. Right. You failed to apprehend either criminals or the relic. Were you even trying? The Factorum drops his head on his chest, unable to bear the crushing weight of his shame any longer. How badly is the High Factorum wounded? He's losing a lot of blood, the Medicae officer casts a worried look at you. I advise you to hurry, Master Danrock. Should be on the Chiogen's table as soon as possible. I am holding on, your ladyship. Worry not. What matters now is that you recover the relic. Factorum groans as the Medicae officer pulls the blood-soaked bandages aside and shakes his head dolefully. Some miracle preserved Master Danrock's life long enough that he might address you. His fate now rests in the hands of the Emperor. May he show mercy to this selfless man. Damn you, Jockster. How many renegades managed to sneak all the way up to the upper decks? Sauerback mutters through clenched teeth. They had help. We've discovered the hidden corpses of several chapel attendants. Traitors took their clothes and led Nemesite and his accomplices straight past the patrols. Confessor Abelard ruefully shakes his head. They were good people, pious people. They never slighted a serf in their lives. Why punish them? His face grows darker. I swear, these innocents will be avenged. May the Emperor be my witness. Heinrich, did you see the attack? I did not. I was on my way to offer prayer when I heard gunfire and ran as fast as I could. When I got here, I saw Master Danrock, and I think the next thing I did was just to press his wound and spout curses. Heinrich looks at the bloodied hands in confusion. So much for being a heroic repairman. I wasn't much use, was I? I will strangle this Nemesite with my own 2 hands. May the Emperor protect your... Factorum's eyes roll back in his enormous frame, giving a convulsive shudder. Medicae officer snatches a syringe of stimulus and speaks decisively. Apologies, your ladyship. We are taking Master Danrock away. He is unable to tell you anything more at the present, and every second we delay could cost him his life. Nice statue. Heinrich watches the limp body of the Factorum get carried away and chews grimly on the IO stick that has appeared between his teeth. So, what do we have so far? Master Danrock is on his deathbed, all the attackers are either dead or have absconded along with the sacred relic, and the witnesses all agree on this one thing. Nemesite and his accomplices came out of nowhere and attacked suddenly. Only Throne knows where we can find these bastards now. Right? Yeah, bloody, honestly, I have to do everything bloody around here. We will find them, Sauerback's voice is full of terrible fury. Fury. We will turn the vessel inside out if we must. There is nowhere, even a void rat can... There is no need. The Blood's Whisper will lead us to Nemesite. Kibala's words make the 2 exchange puzzled glances. See, Jocasta? It seems to me that your enforcers could learn much from these death cultists. Undoubtedly, Lord Captain. She presses her lips to a thin line. Perhaps the Servant of Death will share her insights. We might all understand what happened here and what we should do next. Kibala, tell us everything you know. Kabbalah sharply turns to face the crimson splashes on the floor and walls of the shrine. Her pupils dilate, threatening to drown her irises in darkness. Her expression turns distant, her voice becoming low and strange. This blood is drawn in a pattern of retribution. The one who spilled it appeared later. They move swiftly and furiously, numb to their own wounds. An enforcer who is drawn to gunfire and witnessed sacrilege, probably. As for this pattern, Kabbalah points to a barely visible chain of scarlet droplets. It was made in fury and desperation. The one who left it was wounded, but they did not flee. They fought back while they could, and then they retreated into the darkness. Kabbalah's eyes close and she falls silent. Then she exhales sharply and points to a steel claw. Into the darkness of the maintenance tunnels, hidden within the walls of the shrine. The attackers have escaped through the maintenance tunnels where we can send in forces after them. The technical corridors extend hundreds of meters in different directions. Nemesite and his men must be familiar with the tunnels and possess either a map or a guide. Without a clear trail, the enforcers risk getting lost and wasting valuable time, not to mention that these narrow tunnels are perfect for an ambush. So we have no idea where to find Nemesite. The tunnels only answer the question of how he left. Now death will tell us where he was heading. As if in a trance, Kabbalah leans over her body and peers into its eyes. He stinks of smoke, the smoke of singed coveralls, vile IO sticks, burnt sacred unguents, and charred meat. She slides a pale hand along the dead man's skin and snakes it under the sleeve of his coveralls, where she pushes back to reveal a fresh burn bandaged with a torn scrap of shirt. Her steel claws dig into the dead man's arm. Your wound holds the answer. You dressed it carefully, not inside the shrine before that. Something struck you, ripped the tissue apart, burned you, turned your hand into a ragged, worthless lump. It was not fire, no. Drawing a ragged breath, Kabbalah opens her eyes. The fury of the conductive charge. It has marked you, heretic. I recognize you, wound, for I myself encountered it in those I take from the other side within the plasma drive chambers. Are you certain? The Undying One has blessed me with the ability to see the truth in death. How can anyone doubt the revelation his blessing bestows? I can't say if it's worth drawing conclusions based on the conversation with a corpse, but if it is, then I concur with the esteemed spinner's findings. The Infernus Master spits out the chewed up IO stick and immediately produces another. All about burns, the conductive charge, and the smell of cheap IO immediately makes me think of the plasma drive technical components. Makes sense to me. So back. Come to the reinforcers, we will follow Nemesite's trail. No, Dread. You must stay. You are the one that Nemesite has challenged. And those we hunt know you by sight. You will frighten away the prey. We will lose the trail. Until the next tragedy occurs, Kabbalah's unblinking gaze meets your own. So, what do you suggest we do? I will go to the plasma drive chamber alone. I will track down the false champion and all who served him, and I will prepare the grounds for your own hunt. Out of the question. An enforcer squad would certainly scare off the vermin, but I'm certainly not letting you go alone, servant of death. You and I will go to the chambers together, and together we will bring down all who dare to insult the Lord Captain. I'm going too. I have a couple of good friends in the plasma drive chambers, the noisy kind who know everything about everyone. Convincing them shouldn't be difficult, especially if I pull a few favours. It'll be the three of us then. What a company! Idric grim laughter echoes inside the shrine. There is an awkward pause. Kabbalah takes a long look at the officers' faces before finally nodding her assent. So be it, but not like this. Much like your faces, your guises are too conspicuous. Yes, it would be prudent to use a disguise. The enforcers will procure regular work clothes for us. We will carry only inconspicuous weapons that we can hide easily in our tool bags. It will help us blend in with the crowd. Before I depart to hunt for Nemesite, I ask the Domin to bless me. I pledge never to leave your side, yet the hunt demands that I do just that. Grant me this permission by performing the ceremony of twinning. Kabbalah nods towards the altar. When your people have taken the leave, under the gaze of the Undying One, we will begin the rite. Oh, all right then. The rite of blessing for the sacred hunt. With it, the Domin casts their shadow over the path of carnage. And under your benediction, I will strike harder and tread more softly. Very well. With your permission, Lord Captain, the Infernus Marshal and I will take our leave now and set out to prepare for the descent into the chambers. We dare not intrude, your ladyship. Sit down, Domina God, I really hate this name. Ricoina Dread, and listen. Let the ceremony of twinning begin. Using a finely honed blade, Kabbalah carves an intricate symbol into the floor. She then produces a small bundle wrapped in incense-laden parchment and sets it alight. You are my Domin, and I am your blade. I am honed by your blessing. My arms are strong while your will is strong, and as long as the Undying One hears your prayers, my feet will go unheard. Her blade kisses her palm, and the dark blood begins to trickle and spread over the bottom of the ritual cup that has now just appeared in her hand. With our blood, with our will, we shall spin a scarlet web. Ooh. of the hunt. May it herald our prey's demise. It reminds me of a bit of Baldrick's Blackadder. Not sure why. I mean, I guess he's kind of got that that sort of dog-eared look. And I guess Baldrick was always smoking something. Was he smoking? What sort of thing? Yeah, I know what you mean. Commander puts that your heartbeat slows inside your chest. Her words linger, then rush through your mind in a deluge. The heavy scent of incense envelops you and makes your head spin. Make a small cut. Pain gives way to burning sensation as Kabbalah grasps your hand and squeezes it over the ritual cup, but the new discomfort is quickly replaced again, this time by dull numbness and the faint warmth of blood flowing from an open wound. The twinning is a blood oath I have made to my lady. Kabbalah dips her fingers in the spilt blood and traces a symbol, first on her own forehead, then on yours. It appears to resemble a blade that is cutting through an intricate knot. Anoint me with your blessing, Dread, and may the ceremony of twinning commence. Kabbalah's face blurs before your eyes. No matter how hard you try to focus and dispel the vision, in place of her face you can see a death mask, a broken skull with hollow eye sockets. May your loyalty be upsetting to your mission. May your fury and resolve be unshakable. One who follows the thread of the web fights not out of rage, but with a mind as cold as stone. Nevertheless, rage can become a potent weapon in the hands of the Punisher. I understand. I accept your blessing. Kabbalah thinks for a moment. Your body cannot accompany us on this chase, Domin, but your spirit, there is nothing the spirit cannot do. The twinning is complete. You and I are now bound by a blood oath. Think of me while I hunt, as well as I think of you. Become a thought flowing through my mind. If the Undying One is gracious to me, we will send your dreams, and in those dreams you will see me. If he is more gracious still, those dreams will be truthful. I trust you. Let's begin. You perceive a faint smile from beneath the death mask. Kabbalah hands you a cup and begins tracing a finger around the bottom while whispering a prayer. Watch now, Dread. What does thy seeing eye behold in the converging pattings of blood? She draws your attention to the symbols that she has transcribed. You see shifting images of the blood, a spider crafting a fine web, blurred shadows that could resemble either a swarm of void raps or an enraged hound. Crossing blades, a card of the Empress Tarot, but as soon as your gaze lingers on any of them, reality bleeds through the fluid shapes. That's great, Sad, the happy. Well done, you. Soon your spirit will be able to follow me. I will bid the servants to carry your body to the chambers where you will not be disturbed. Wait in silence and safety. For me, the hunt has begun. Kabbalah's footsteps fade away, melting into the same impenetrable darkness in which your consciousness is extinguished. That was fun, wasn't it? That was exciting. Stale air, oppressive noise. The hum and whir of machinery drown out all thoughts. This place rings with tension. As a powerful energy courses through cables, or have the wails of the workers merged into a cacophony of indignant whispers and desperate prayers. Lost, mired in petty troubles, unmindful of duty, their voices creak as if covered in rust, and their eyes are dimmed by the deckless drudgery and the lack of light here on the working decks of the Domin's great ark. I've seen it before in these murky depths. People become creatures all too ready to devour each other for worldly gains, fleeting pleasures or imaginary freedom from the obligation born from the abyss of spiritual emptiness. The Undying One punishes them through me. Disgusting mutations, abominations, reflections of vice are born in these shadows, and I will be their doom. The thread shakes, the web is taut. I step silently. May the great hunt begin. The thread shakes, the quarry always leaves a trail. We may not see it, but we can feel it. I taste the air, the scent of the fresh dye with a subtle note of sparks. This is new, pleasant. The upper decks reek of luxury, but here I feel comfortable. There is something else. This is it. I recognise the smell. Ugent, Io, and the burnt meat, just like inside the shrine. The time has come to spin the scarlet web. Web is taut. Know the hunting ground. Okay, wait. To find the enemy, I must listen. Inhale, exhale, inhale. The rhythmic beat of engines and pumps, that is the ship breathing. This is the ship's heartbeat. It is strange that I feel at home among the workers of the lower deck who pass their time like the living dead. Warmth spreads through my chest. I like to think that it is the connection with the Undying One bound my and Domin's fates together. He has blessed us, and we hunt as one. I step silently. Darkness is our ally, merged with the shadows. In the twilight of the chamber, barely illuminated by the flickering candlelight, I become like them. Their lost, mired servants. They will become unwitting allies in my hunt. Their hopelessness, their desperation, their thirst for survival become tools of my use. Where's the second spinner? We were supposed to meet here. You know the feeling when you're being stared at, but you can't tell who by or where from? I have that feeling right now. Footsteps. Two are coming towards me. Familiar gates. They are the Domin's servants. I would not be surprised if the cultists set out the trail of the Nemesite alone. The spinners are arrogant. We are just another soul to them, a gift to the offer dead. Still, Mistress's voice is hard and cold, like her will. I can see it in her eyes that she dislikes me. She is wary. And so she should be, for we serve the Domin, not one another. Does this remind you of anyone at all, Jocasta? This man is enamoured with fire. Even his words sound full of biting flame, and he himself enjoys playing with fire. Too much so. They bicker again. Their mutual animosity may disrupt the hunt. See you later, Bella. I'm going to examine them. To the lay people, the two are now scruffy, indistinguishable from the common serfs. In a world where status and privilege are defined by appearance, a single piece of rotten cloth is enough to lower your standing. We have become spiritual hounds and follow the trail without drawing attention. I am here. There she is! Welcome to the Plasma Drive Chambers, esteemed Holy Assassin. You can exchange pleasantries later. Lieutenant Godierada is on duty in the compartment. I've ordered her to gather information on all workers who wear red scarves and who have recently left the bay. This is pointless. The red scarf is not proof of guilt, it's merely a symbol. It would be a trap. I need to find her. I will watch the Enforcer and those who are watching her in turn. Your Enforcer knows nothing about the life of the compartment, I guarantee it. I have a better source of information. A good friend of mine who knows a lot about delicate matters. It would be easy to get him to talk. He's terrified of pain and death. Only the faithless fear death. I would not trust him. Let him trust me so that his trust may become a snare for my hunt. I cut them off with a gesture. Their methods of hunting are not mine, but I take the grain of truth from their words and weave it into my plan. We need to provoke them into making a move. Install a false sense of impunity. Convince them they can and must act now. The Enforcer who answers the Steel Mistress is a symbol of order and obedience in these chambers. She is standing in the way. When she disappears, my enemies will believe it's safe to strike, and that will be a costly mistake. Intimidate them with an impending threat. Flaming Voice relies on a talker, one who keeps no secrets, fears pain, an unreliable vessel. It is bad for holding secrets, but good for spilling them. Through him, I will whisper lies to the enemy. Strike out to the spark when ignite the flame. I feel them lurking in the crowd, my enemies. They are cautious. I must find them and let them believe their luck. Then they will shed their masks and will take them down. Such is my plan. They look at me in silence. They do not understand yet, but the matters little. I am on the hunt.
Another step, another thread.
Do-ba-do-ba-do. Where are we going? So you're taking off your red scars. I don't feel like playing Nemesite, do you? Today people have huddled together like a herd being chased by predators. Faded gazes, bent backs, the crimson kisses of battens on their bodies, and yet shadows of smiles touch their dirty, burnt lips as a strange pair, like a hammer and anvil send sparks in the air with their words. What are those two talking about, hammer and anvil? And then the lever smacked you right in the kisser. Ha! Give or take a tooth? This is nothing. Bruises, burns, cuts, that's just life. Just remember yourself how you came home after your shift, and exchanged your ration card for a bowl of soup, how your little ones gulp that bowl down, how they fall asleep feeling a little better. I say that's worth a day's hard work and a punch in the face. He smiles, broad-shouldered with a rusty beard. He is not afraid to share laughter with others, and so the crimson shades from the beatings never leave his face. His voice is bright and sonorous and listened to. Not everyone here is as chipper and thick-skinned as you. A bowl of soup is great, he says. What about having to choose which of your 3 kids get it? Is that great too? Beatings are nothing, he says. Remember when the Enforcers broke your arm? Since you couldn't work, your wife had to pull 3 shifts. She collapsed at the lathe and your conductive charge burned her eyes. None of us deserve that. Tough and unyielding, every word hurt, but she is forgiven for her sincerity. They listened to her to pull themselves together to share their common pain. I'll come back later. My hunt has just begun.
Follow my steps.
Well, that is true. Everyone is pretty goth. Many people have huddled together, blah blah. Okay, that's fine. Same one. That one. Same one. Just different location. I'm gonna have to go and blow my nose. Semi-better.
The web beckons.
Oh dear. Oh, right. I think I know how to do this now. Right, I need to turn you so you're. Hang on. Right, you're now that way. That's good. You're that way. That's good. Is there another servitor? I think that's actually fine. Call the elevator. Yay! What do we get? Backpack with ammo piercing. Ooh, whereas range attacks inflict 3 levels of bleeding on a target. Cloak of hatred. Each enemy killed by the wearer's area attacks increase the wearer's damage by 3% till the end of combat. That could. What's your cloak? Oh, we've got double cloaks. Okay, what's that one? Enemies within the wearer's area of attack suffer -6 dodge, and allies within the wearer gain 6% dodge. Okay. That was into the end of the round. To be honest, I think that one's better.
No sleep, no rest, only duty.
We'll
only
go with
death.
that. Right, we're going to go that way. Okay, what do we... We've already listened to those guys, so we've done that. Long time no see. Spindle, tell me, what does the silence taste like? Are you using a secret code? Without flaming voice, he would never even speak to me. Everyone knows silence don't taste like anything. If you want to earn Russians, you better start dealing in words. He speaks casually, but his voice is slimy and slippery. His eyes are as dirty as an oil-stained garment. The impudence in his gaze and words, when he turns them to us, he is unclean and he knows it. He is unrepentant. It's a funny look, Heinrich. Have you been funny-looking company? Are you here to sell or buy? And before you answer, remember the first rule, every word has a price. Are we bargaining for information with this lowlife now? It is a duty of every serf to aid the rogue trader and her associates, freely and willingly. Oh boy, here it comes. Who's that with you? An enforcer? And a spinner? Do you want me dead? If anyone sees me talking to you, they'll snap my neck. So off you go. The peddler of words is trembling in fear for his life. I must extract answers from him. But what? By what means? Quelling stimulant to the needle's tips. Well, yeah. What is this feeling? So calm. Fine, ask whatever you want, but then leave. My reputation costs me a lot of blood. I know I don't earn it. You have to trample it into the dust because people happen to stop by. One glance is enough for me to see your true self, Stain. You're a liar and a manipulator, peddling other people's secrets and not knowing how to keep your mouth shut. You will become the bait, sowing confusion amongst the minions of Nemesite, who will hope to wipe the lockdown. They think they have enough time. I will deprive them of that confidence. Right, just give people drugs. It's the answer, and cause of all problems. Where do things stand on the plasma drive chambers? Speak briefly, speak sense. There's a bunch of workers in the far corner who now gather between every shift, whispering to each other. They don't invite me. They say I talk too much. Well, if they're scared of my tongue, that means they have something to hide. And of course, everyone's talking about Nemesite. Sure, the foundry and the chapel were big, but he's been helping people all over. A lot of folks are sticking with him now. You could knock my teeth out if I'm lying. Don't got many of those left anyhow. But I'll tell you this. Even if someone finds him, they won't rat him out. There'll be a raid soon. Be careful. I warn you in appreciation for your cooperative nature. What are you... That information is not meant for his ears. Really? I see. Well, if that's what you wanted, then I can... Can I go? Go, Stain, and be my herald. It's difficult to admit, but I share the Master at Arms' indignation. We came here to get information about the traitors, not to reveal our secrets. Reveal the truth to the enemy and they will harm themselves with it. Just hope the wisdom of the blood-spun web won't cost us. Right, we also need to find the captain lady, didn't we? Wherever she is. Rector attendants. It's not them.
Follow the threads.
Enforcers. Where are the enforcers? An old burn spread across the body in the scarlet blotch, a look of contempt, a heavy baton covered in blood and symbolising Baroness power. Like a fierce leather whip, she lashes with both her hands and her gaze. What are you looking at, you beggars? You finish your shift, you go to the barracks. You start your shift, you check in with the foreman and get to work before Matilda comes to pat you on the back. And Matilda, I presume, is that wondrous, not at all intimidating baton on your belt? I guess a disguise is working, but I would rather not spend the next few watches in the med bay because of a misunderstanding. His breathing is quickened. Flaming voice always makes jests when he is nervous or irritated. Do enforcers infuriate him? Infernus Master. Master at Arms. Apologies for not recognising you, ma'am. Gonorrhea. We are conducting an inquest. Answer the spinner's questions. I hope your report will be useful. Whip. What can your scars reveal to me? Day after day, she watches the serfs slaver away, exhausting their last vestiges of strength. And there is no compassion in her eyes. They are simply a resource. She is a command to them and then discarded. She hates them because she blames them for her pain, her wounds. Nothing is important during the hunt. Tell me what you know. Unimportant during the hunt. Tell me what you know and I will listen. A group of workers wearing red scarves was seen in the compartment just after the attack on the shrine. The foreman stated they were at work on the freight line. No gunpowder on their clothes, no fresh wounds. Too many of them have started wearing red masks and it muddles the trail. But we found some red scarves and bloody rags in one of the shredders only shortly afterwards. Why is Plumber with you? Because we're doing an investigation. We're undercover. We sealed off the exits and reduced the air supply to maintenance tunnels to absolute minimum. Now they can't stay in there longer than a few minutes without passing out. There's no way the bastards could have left the plasma chambers. They are definitely in here somewhere. Like snakes, the servants of Nemesite have shed their skin. The red scarf is just a distraction. Let the enforcers converse. I'll keep an eye on those around us. The workers hide their eyes, but I can hear the murmurs echoing through the bay. There is an impotent rage in their hearts directed at Whip, for she is the embodiment of their very order they despise. But why do they not realise the enforcer is a shield as much as a lash? Some of the people I escorted to the other side looked at me the same way. In the past, I did not understand, but now, do the lay people see spinners performing their duty to the Undying One, or enforcers performing theirs to the Dominus monsters? Do I sense the touch of his will? The Undying Emperor wishes to bestow a revelation upon me in this trying hour. Let his tarot show me the way. I breathe an essence made from the ashes and blood of the faithful. It enlightens the mind, granting it the grace of reading his signs. A wave of epiphany sweeps my thoughts away, pulling me into a blessed trance. My fingers move my own accord over the sacred deck and draw a card. It is a martyr. I see a tear of blood wash over the pale features in the image, and they shift, becoming Whip's face. A portent from him. The Undying One blesses me to take the Whip. The minions of Nemesite fear her. When her soul is delivered to the Undying One, the traitors will feel invulnerable. They will crawl out of their holes and fall into my web. I know how Whip's thread will end. I cannot sever Whip's thread with a blade, for the serfs would recognise me as one of the spinners and lose all courage, but the spark of the machine spirit in the plasma drive chambers has already claimed the lives of many. I will use this, and thus the web will be spun. Okie dokie.
The web serves. My visions showed this path.
Where are you going?
Many others.
Can I do it now? Cable thrumming with power of the conductive charge. A single swing from the blade will send the Enforcer's soul to the underworld. Oh, I see. So we need to then do this.
Aim for the heart next time.
Yeah, don't stand
Another
in it.
step, another thread.
I'll kill someone with this. Immediately stands in it. Just the worst. Where's Whip gone? Oh. There you are. Well, she died.
There is only death, yours or mine.
I'll take your
Follow
shot.
my
Man.
steps.
Just that she's gone. She will never know that she died for. Meanwhile, the spinner's gone, passing whatever judgment they please. Damn it! Why did it have to be Godera dear? I don't know why the Emperor ordered you to kill her, but something. I don't care. Stop your whinging. Okay, now we go and listen to these idiots. Hey, Fred! I was shocked that the Undying Emperor wasn't the lewd picture of a giraffe one of the neighbours showed me when I was 12. Shocked, I tell you. Not as shocked as I was. I always thought it was a giraffe. They people are huddled together in a pile of sweltering bodies, filthy and battered by the Enforcer's batons, reeking of sweat and disease. Their hearts pump blood faster and faster through the bulging veins as two of them send red-hot sparks into the air with their words like a hammer and anvil. Your plan appears to have worked, Spinner. The air itself is charged with something, and it's not the conductive charge. The serfs are stirring. What are those two talking about? Hammer and anvil. I can hear their whispers, insidious and deafening. No longer do they laugh with the others, no longer do they pretend. The Enforcer is dead, and the Punishers from the upper decks will soon follow Nemesite's trail. This is our chance, we need to act. This is it. I can sense the prey is close. They have little fear of giving themselves away anymore. They need to spark to ignite the flames, something that will convince Nemesite's followers they are strong and the dominant servants are diminished. Listen to the rapid beating of their hearts. The lay people are frightened, angry. They feel the impunity that sprouted like a weed upon the Whip's demise. They feel the threat crushing them from the upper decks, both imminent and inevitable. Wait for the moment and then light the spark. They tell us how this is meant to be, just because they were born in the upper decks and we down below in the darkness. Is it really the God Emperor's will that they grow fat on the fruits of our labour, revel in luxury while we die without water or medicine? Hammer's voice rumbles and the lay people listen, their hands clench into fists. No matter how hard you work, they will wring everything out of you and give you nothing. Who allowed this to happen? The rogue trader, her name be damned. A Grox on the throne, a tyrant throwing our bone into the furnace of her protectorate. Shut your foul mouth, void dog. Flaming voice. No, it's too soon. I understand your anger, but you must temper it. What do you say about the Lord Captain? The one who gives you work, food and shelter, you insolent deadbeat. I can see why you've gathered here. I'll not let you start another rebellion. Why are you reaching for your Voxcaster? If you do not disperse, I will give you the order to vent the plasma chambers. You have 5 seconds. 4. The tyrant's lackey. If you do this, you'll die with us, you madman. To protect the Lord Captain and the crew, I see you've never met an Infernus before. Their faces are twisted with fear. Will they retreat? Will they flee? Will their hunt be thwarted? No. A small throwing blade flies out of my palm and draws a scarlet line across Anvil's neck. If I'd wished it, she would be dead, but she continues to breathe and to bleed, and to scream furiously as she looks at me. The Rogue Trader's assassins are here! Look, they wanted me to kill me! Find the assassins! The spark is lit. They people press in from all sides, pushing and shoving. Their faces are ablaze with terror and rage, and a violent energy boils through the massive bodies. This power will be difficult to contain. Frightened people are dangerous people. The hunt were meant to go differently, but such is the Undying One's will. One voice rises above the others, the voice of a burly, bearded technomat. Low as the roar of a furnace. Furnace smells of sweat and sacred eugens. He is not afraid, he merely pretends to be. Beneath a shudder of terror I hear excitement. Do we deserve to be executed, my brothers and sisters? Have we not laboured with the sweat of our brows? Have we not perished from the outburst of raging machine spirits? Why do they call us rebels? Why are we being punished? Furnace's words make the crowd seethe even more. Take a closer look. Strong, heavy, enormous hands whose blows should be feared, a great belly that has become a symbol of his success. He does not starve, so those who follow him will not starve either, a powerful leader recognised by the whole pack. Feel the flowing rage. The flames burn high, for there is a strong fuel at its heart. These people have amassed many grievances. The enforcers are cruel to them, for they believe the fear eradicates treason. The officers despise them, for their clothes and hands are filthy. The quartermasters rob them and withhold what is owed to them, for their clan is not strong enough to make demands. They are vulnerable, their hearts are vulnerable. The Undying One commands us to spin a web to catch such hearts before they plunge into the abyss of treason, and so I am spinning the web. But there is something else mixed into righteous indignation, something that taunts them, excites them, angers them. It is something foul, hovering in the air. Aberration. To be grateful having blessed with both toil and injury. Who would... Everybody's going to remain silent. The crowd draws near. The furnace shouts at the top of his lungs. Do you hear? They have nothing to say, even though they know we are right. You should be grateful. Their words frighten them, wound them, because they are just, and that makes their anguish swell all the more. Why are you surprised? Have the officers never treated us as otherwise? A new voice, sandpaper rough, tears through the rumblings of the crowd. Its owner is ragged and filthy, and a feverish gleam burns in his eyes. His words inflame the people's minds like rot feasting upon a wound. Rot cries out mockingly, that's because you're afraid of them, but they're not afraid of you. They have the almighty baton. All you have is the source of the power that feeds the whole ship. Why shouldn't they take you for granted? It serves you right, you cowards. His ugly shriek spills like venom upon the sweating faces. They slowly draw closer and closer. Sense a smell hanging over the crowd. I take a deep breath, and something stupefying, noxious, and luscious disturbs my senses. This is no ordinary odour, but something subtle and foul. It carries the same stench as rot. Skinny and scrawny, Rot leers at me with his gaping mouth. Which one's Rot? This one? His body washed away from disease. His hands are 5 fingers short. His fate is sealed, and that makes him convincing. Everyone knows he has nothing to gain for himself, and that's no reason to lie. His poverty is his armour. Do you seek to challenge me? You may try. You see, they're already itching to kill us, and we haven't even done anything yet. They're not afraid of us. The bile spraying from Rot's mouth sizzles in the workers' minds like acid. It is burning them through. We will not commit rebellion, but we will not allow ourselves to be slaughtered by villains either. The law and the Emperor are on our side. A young woman steps forth, slender and supple like a rapier. If they want to crush us with a fear of death, let them kill us. It will only prove our righteousness. The ringing call is a command pressing itself into their hearts. The foul stench of sacrilege almost knocks me off my feet. Sense the fetid stench of blasphemy. A tantalizing, elusive scent of rage. It's more of a stench than it is a tool, the weapon of the despicable trio which they use to influence the minds of the laity, invisibly intoxicating their minds. The crowd reeks of flowering treason. I delve down to the root and realise what it is that rejects his will so. His sacred privilege is being attacked. He alone chooses who may journey to him. But these three instigators, they are determined to make the decision for themselves, dragging their souls all around into the fires of violence with them. They are impudent upstarts who have put themselves above him and above me, the second spinner of the blood-spun web. His chosen servant. The realization of such audacity burns my very soul. Death will claim you, but not today, unless you are truly keen to meet its embrace. The crowd does not answer. They do not hear me. The sacred promise of death no longer moves them, for they have fallen under the enemy's spell. They surround me, threatening, pointing fingers, cursing. They dare not strike. Not yet. But already their enormous bulk presses down upon me as the smell of blood in the air grows thicker by the minute. Lose myself in the dance of blood. I can bear it no longer. The blades of my hands sing, and blood streaks across astonished faces. I am done speaking and exhorting. I merely dance on the thread that I have spun. I bestow death and bless wounds. I catch a glimpse of Rapier's cloven face and Furnace's open belly. Rot's severed hand falls at my feet, and its owner flees howling. I dance and breathe so freely. It did not go the way I had planned. The smell of blood lingers in the air like the stench of impending defeat. Two bodies are sprawled before me. I have severed their threads. The third blasphemer has managed to escape, but his disembodied hand also lies on the floor. Useless meat. Thoughts of dread crowd my mind, irreverent and harmful that they are in the sacred moment. I do not immediately realise how foreign they are here and now. Why am I thinking about her? What will the corpses reveal to me? Very little. The faint traces of the violent mutations that twist their bodies, the foul stench of corruption emanating from their meat, the deformed, strangely coloured brains in their crushed skulls that spawn the heresy of sedition. Are Flaming Voice's Steel Mistress still alive? Their threads have not yet been cut. I realise with astonishment they are standing close to me. Flaming Voices furiously reproaching all those who had even recently joined the revolt, while Steel Mistress booms like a siren, shaking her maul and threatening punishment. They are useless to the hunt now. What will the appearance of the survivors tell me? They huddle in the corner ashamed of their own subservience. They try to convince themselves that the blood they so foolishly spilt will be absolved them, but they know it's not enough. It's time for the next step. A thrill runs through the strands of my consciousness. Is this dread? Can I truly feel her again, or am I imagining it? I need to concentrate. I gaze at the puzzles of blood and the patterns they form. I see a labyrinth. The Undying One has given me a sign. My hands find the sealed case in which his tarot cards reside. It's time for a I'm going to read the fucking cards. In the blood of the dead, it will reveal to me the name of their unholy master. Thoughts of dread creep up from the shadows and leap at my focused mind like a predator. They claw at it, robbing me of my concentration. Why? I must not think about her. I must not wish for her to be near me right now. I will not resist. The images of dread come into view, and I gaze upon it for an inexhaustible length of time. I did not know what the bond between us would be so strong. The Visire did not warn me how important and precious it might become. I give in to my weakness, and the confusion of my mind lessens. A stream of blood gushes across the floor, and his tarot cards lie in the carmine splatter. Everyone is silent and stares at me. I am reading the omen. I draw the heart of the spread. I draw the end. The heart. The Harlequin, inverted, lies manipulation, a shadow play blocking my path. But it is a lie exposed, a deception that must be revealed. The Hound. I gaze at the card and its depiction of the Astra Militarum, armoured vehicle that bears the formidable name. The pursuit of truth, sacrifice and victory. This is me, and I am on the right track. The Preacher. A man who carries an idea and proclaims it. But who is it? Nemesite? One of his supporters? Someone already slain, or someone still alive? The divination, the reading is unclear, and so I draw a fourth card. It is dangerous to ask more of the Undying One, but I must know. The Aquila. His holy image watches me from within the card, and my heart grows frigid with the knowledge of what it represents. The Undying One has manifested his own in the traitor's blood. The hunt has begun. The hunt that has begun will be completed by the unveiling of a great deception. Our enemy is elusive because he has a powerful ally, one who has espoused faith in the Emperor on the vessel. The ship's confessor is in the lead. I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it! I knew he was! He will be the next prey. I should be thinking about the hunt, and yet my thoughts now lie with the moment when I will stand. But I kept doubting myself. I kept thinking, no, because it was just the one thing he said about having a large family. And I was like, can confessors have it? Why would you say? It just seemed like a weird thing to say. Unless you're a fucking gene stealer. Sorry, what did I have to do? Expose the ship's confessor? I could do that. Let's go this away. It's always it is. If it's not diddling kids, it's being a gene stealer. Can we just go there now and be like, you're a gene stealer, and shoot him in the face? Shrine. Yes. Yep. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's rock. Hello, you gene stealer piece of shit. Commander extends a finger topped with a metal claw towards Confessor Adalbert. The divination has revealed that you stand beside the enemy Nemesite. Speak only the truth before the Domin and the Undying One. Adalbert meets Kabbalah's words calmly with an almost majestic resignation. A defender of the people and a tyrant's minions are two faithful servants of opposed ideas. Two souls that rejected everything else for the sake of duty, and now truly see that your collusion with him was inevitable. Adalbert shifts his gaze to you and lets out a mournful sigh. I was warned about your visit, Dread, as well as its purpose. Who alerted you to my visit? My son, the protector of those whose blood you feed upon, whose hard work has paid for your content life on the upper decks of this ship. I demand an explanation. Your pet tormentor who exalts death is right. I know Nemesite, and I assist him. Just like him, I am your enemy, Dread. Adalbert raises his voice, and in a soft tenor you hear notes of accusation as deep as rolling thunder. And I'm also the enemy of your cruel regime, where life is dirt under the Enforcer's feet, where man has nothing to eat, writhes in fear, and knows no hope. Sabak clenches her fists until her knuckles crunch. You treasonous imposter! To think I listened to your sermons and anointed by your hand, you will choke on your words along with your teeth I'm about to knock out. Adalbert dignifies her with neither word nor a glance. He was so good at moaning about the servants he killed. I grieved for them, but they were unreliable. They could have compromised us. They had to die. But the fault of their deaths lies with you and your enforcer dogs, for fear of whom we were forced to hide. You're not even going to lie. That is commendable. Adalbert shrugs, his kindly face growing harder. Why would I? If the dogs have come looking for blood, they will not leave without a kill, such is your vicious nature. So you're a heretic then? No. Heresy is what you and your fellow bloodsuckers believe in. The ecclesiarchy has turned faith into a whip to drive the powerless, the aristocracy has turned it into a shield to cover their transgressions, and the enforcers have turned it into a club with which to beat those who dare to raise their voices. Your faith is an instrument of lies and suppression, and I renounced it long ago. My faith promises salvation, not thraldom. You holy people are all bloody hypocrites. Idara spits at the confessor's feet. You got about how rotten we are, but take the knife and scratch the surface a little and you will find the worst heretic of all. Strike against the Imperium. I too doesn't... No, I don't. Face the facts. You're no champion of justice. You're a manipulator who raises himself up by standing on the corpses of others. I'm not judging you. On the contrary, I could use a man of such talents. Together we could accomplish a great deal. He shakes his head, looking crestfallen. I always pity you. Such blind conviction that nothing matters more than power. I will prove that not everyone is as flawed as you. Do you serve Nemesite or do you command him? I follow him, as he once followed me. Nemesite is my son, if not by blood, then in spirit. I took him in as a willful child. I fostered him the best I could, a passion for justice, the indomitable flame of a fighter, and unyielding determination. I have been preparing him for years. You have raised a living instrument that serves a purpose without question. Kibala speaks cautiously, as if not entirely sure of a judgment. Such is his purpose, to be the hope to break the shackles, to end the centuries of torment that have passed aboard this ship. A great sacrifice for a great cause. He falls silent, looking at Kibala expectantly. You should be familiar with his ways, except that, of course, as Sower of Freedom, you were raised to be an executioner's sword. What else are you lying about? One last confession, why not? He frowns and pulls back his collar as if it were short of breath. I'm not Adalbert. That was the name of an Ishiot from a clan of confessors who passed away from disease many years ago. I was born in squalor on the lower decks at the behest of the... He falters as if not wanting to add something else. And it was by the Emperor's command that I took Adalbert's place through deception, pretending to be him. The dead man had inherited much influence and many thrones from his clan, which hastened my successful rise through the ranks. But it was not for wealth and power that I did this. I accepted the burden of hard work to empower the common people to pave the way for liberation from oppression and injustice. My part is almost done. Kibala whispers to you. I sense no lie in the voice or bearing, Dread. He feels and welcomes death with open arms. The moment favours us. We must learn more. He who betrayed his oaths will not deliver Nemesite to us, but from his words we may divine knowledge of our enemy. How did your deception go unnoticed? You were not there for those years of pestilence. Confessors attended every deck and died in multitudes. New ministers were recruited in every port at every station. Their names and faces blurred together, and we recognise our kin only by their robes. No one who knew Adalbert's true face survived that time. The Emperor saved me from being exposed. Your liberation is rooted in betrayal and bloodshed. This is war. The war of our liberation, and we're willing to die and to kill for it. Because our enemy is brutal and deaf to our pleas. You've deserved it. He resolutely places a hand on his heart. Sabak reacts to the gesture with due suspicion, sharply gripping a weapon, preparing to eliminate any threat to you. So Nemesite is just a man. Excellent. It's harder to kill a legend. The words of a tyrant inebriated with power and impunity, he smiles bitterly. Nemesite is an idea, and you have the arrogance to believe you can kill an idea made flesh. It's better this way. Keep underestimating him. Are you hoping he will save you now? No, we decided otherwise. I am not worth him risking his life, so do not expect to capture him through me. My son has no attachments, for they would only make him weak. He will gladly sacrifice himself for his dream of liberty and equality. I must do the same. I only grieve that, thanks to your efforts, I cannot be near my son and ease his burden. Attachments make us weak, Kibala whispers. It's barely audible. You see her face grow even more dismal still. You made a weapon out of him, just as he made a weapon out of you. Any last words? The shackles will fall, and there will be nothing left of your tyranny, nor of you. Adalbert speaks without hatred. His voice is that of a martyr on his way to glory. Is there another confronting, by which I mean a deer eating souls and a goth girl going Beyblade? I don't think so. I'm not sure. Kibala. It's you who found him, therefore it's up to you to pass judgment. Kibala steps forward and makes a straight, sharp, sweeping gesture as if crossing Adalbert's figure or severing an invisible thread. Death has whispered your name, betrayer of vows. The judgment of the Undying One awaits you. You seem to have mistaken my humility in the face of death for submission. Adalbert smiles weakly. It is not for you to decide my fate. I will make that choice myself. I will surrender my life in the fight for our future. I will die, but I will take you with me. He clicks his fingers. The initiates who have been standing humbly around turn in your direction, their white robes open to reveal a variety of weapons. For Nemesite brothers and sisters, for freedom! Lord Captain, this is an ambush. They've been waiting for us. Yeah, well, yeah. You are not a very good master at arms, are you?
Your existence is naught
Jesus,
but
you're like
ashes.
the worst.
The angel's blessing awaits!
Oh dear, I don't know. Right, that's fine. Idira. Where are you? There you are. Right, big buff.
Will do.
Don't blow us up.
Ah!
Good job. Nice work. Love the actions. How much health? 275 hit points? Jesus Christ! Okay, where is... There you are. Can I? No.
I cannot serve you in this way.
Whee! Who gets to move? Okay, just stay there. That's fine.
If I may.
And we can drop some big areas. Not here. Okay, that's fine. We'll just drop the one area then. Where are you going?
I've suffered worse.
Jesus Christ!
We bring deliverance.
My ears are ringing.
Goodness me, you've got a lot of grenades, haven't you? Right.
On it.
Let's get buffs. Excellent work. We could get a heal as well.
Anything
just for
else?
funsies. Alright, pretty good. And then I'm going to shout at you.
Was that you? Or
Boop. God, Idea is just the best buff bot. I swear to God.
but of course.
She's got so many action points, I kind of run out of things for her to do. God damn. Ow, I am a little bit on fire.
I need no guidance.
Kabbalah. Could you... Right, first things first. You've done that one. Good. Right, now hit this guy.
Trust me. Caught by the web.
So he's got 2 toxic and 29 bleeding. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Can I spring? Nice. Pretty happy with that. And then Abelard gets a go as well. What a lucky boy. Where could we go? So what, shall I just take...
It will be done.
Nice work. Excellent work. Right, where's my boy?
Ruin beckons.
Voice of commands. Then I'm going to do that's an order. No, I'm going to do in the name of the Lex Imperialis. Do I want to do that? What does this do? Move to designated cell.
One step closer.
Sure. Can I do this for
I will
can do this
triumph.
for everyone. Nice. Okay, and then we switch to the old shotty.
Purpose guides me. I will delight my masters with your demise.
Kill him. Thought I did break your ranks. Right, never
We
mind.
bring deliverance.
That's a big hammer.
The Sire's
Where
song
were you hiding
guides
them?
me.
Come. The other side awaits.
The angel will reward us.
My prescience has failed me.
Only the faithful will ascend. I've suffered worse.
Of course you have Abelard. Right, let's
My place is at the fore.
move up here.
Victory is imminent.
Endure. We will make that guy number 1. He does have a lot of hit points, yeah.
It will be done.
Still, that's a big hit. I mean, I think the Gene Stealer Magus had like 400 hit points, and Kabbalah murdered him in one round, so I'm not overly concerned.
The true
It's a minor
will
inconvenience
inherit
at
all.
best, this.
The Sire's song guides me.
Are you trying to...
Reduced to dust!
We bring deliverance.
You try and web me? Dodge the webs.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
I know you do. Right.
I am your blade and shield.
Okay, Abelards, dodge.
As the tenets demand.
Good job, buddy. We could... I mean, I could death waltz him and kill him in one. Boing.
Emperor, deliver us!
Promethium leak. Did you say... God, they really like fire, don't they? They've got a real fire thing
The
going on.
shadow's death is a blessing.
Okay. Oh, you can't quite jump over there. How many uses of this do you have? Enough? Tell you what, are you
As
jumping over
honor
here?
ordains.
Oh, you do have another one. Nice. Spring.
My blade whispers your name.
Let not the righteous fear. May their blades be sharp.
Killing brings me no pleasure.
Well, you are very good at it, though. Oh shit, you
I
can move
will
again.
leave
Nice.
footprints of scarlet.
Hey, buddy. What you doing?
Trust me.
Caught by the web.
As honor ordains. Death is a blessing. As the tenets
Kabbalah's
demand.
the best.
Killing brings me no pleasure. Trust me.
Boing. Can you imagine watching this absolute maniac just jump around? Being like,
Death comes in silence.
how many people has she killed? She killed these guys. Look how much blood there is.
Orders supersede pain.
Yes, yes, of course they do.
Moving into position.
Hey, buddy. Let's do protect. No. Stand by. Run. There's not many. No. Okay.
It won't take long.
Fire. Let's send you to
Later, we're undertaking this task.
Let's do 20 levels.
Understood. Not a problem for Proctor. I'll take it as a priority.
Don't frighten me.
Indeed. Could I... Okay, hang on. What could I... What could I... Ooh, I wonder if I could... No, that's probably not worth it. Actually, you know what? Abelards,
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
do you want to charge this guy?
I will do my duty.
Thank you. No. Let's give you another... Boom.
Understood. No heretic escapes punishment.
I mean, I guess your damage is fine. It's not great. It's okay. What else could I do? I mean, I could just look at you to kill you. Ow! Thank you.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Is he just... Oh, God, you're an idiot. Are you just going to die of fire? I'm just going to shout.
On it. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Indeed. Well, someone's going to have to clean this up. Battle is over and the silence descends once again upon the chapel. Flakes of ash whirl quietly in the air, coming to rest, the blood trickling slowly across the floor. You ought to see this, Dread. Kibara leans over the confessor's body and slices off the edge of the collar with her blade, revealing a tiny scar on the back of his neck. It looks like the one that was on the captured worker in the plasma drive chambers had, except this one is clearly healed a long time ago. So he's connected to the genetic aberration as well. Delightful. We now know much more about the enemy. Kibara ponderously runs a finger along the flat of the blade, about just how deep the poison of conspiracy runs within the veins of your ship. The blood-spun web has wrapped itself around its base too tightly, the Nemesite can no longer hope to escape. Her ruminations are interrupted by a furious hiss. Sauerback snarls a curse through her teeth and spits at Adalbert's smoking remains. Her left arm hangs limp and her face is mangled by shrapnel. Lord Captain, we have a prisoner. She points her weapon at the man standing hunched over in pain. Mission to finish off the cur. Down with the tyrant. The broad-shouldered initiate who calls Zeke clutches a deep wound, glaring at you with hatred. I have a question for you, traitor. I doubt you'll like the answers. Where's Nemesite's hideout? Even the confessor didn't know where it is. He was afraid of spies, or they've given his son's secrets away under torture. You see? You can't get to our champion. Were you serving Nemesite for a cause or simply for money? Zeke flashed you a bloody grin. He promises freedom. Are there any other senior officers helping you? Officers? Ha! There's no one else among them who is pure. They only care about power and gorging themselves on the scraps you throw them, or else they would have long since turned against you. Zeke can barely finish a sentence before he is beset by a torrent of gurgling coughs. How many more of you mutineers are hiding on my ship? I want to know their names. I want to know where you meet. Everything. The Confessor said every compartment has people who fight for our cause. They promised to take me into the circle of the most devoted believers. Then I would know. But even then, I would tell you nothing. Not even under torture. I've learned all I need. The initiate only looks at you sullenly. They were waiting for us. It was a trap. Yes, Lord Captain. Adalbert has been warned, yet he chose not to flee. Instead, he stayed behind and set a trap for us. Did he really believe this madness would succeed and he would somehow survive? He did not want to survive. His only hope was to kill. Nemesite managed to turn his adoptive father into a blade pointed squarely at the Domin's throat, just as Adalbert himself had once turned Nemesite into a weapon. Neither of them feared death. That devious, mind-twisting beast, Sauerback frowns worry. I've been going through my predecessor's archive recently. I have an idea as to what manner of creatures Nemesite is. We are dealing with a Kelermorph, a special variety of mutant filth in service to genetic cults. These creatures are made and raised to play the part of the people's leader, an inspiration for the mutinous rabble. A Kelermorph's purpose is to sow disorder and to use a rebellion to eliminate the ruling elite, those who might be capable of opposing the Xenos. Now, let us decide what to do with our surviving traitor. Do not kill him in vain, Kibara shakes her head. Those who follow the tenets of the web know that, just as we serve death, so too does it serve us. Allow the death of this man to become an instrument in your hands, Domin. Parts of the traitor's body as that of Nemesite is still fearing their supporters. He'll be forced to act to undo the deception, exposing himself in the process. We will do as Kibara proposes. We'll make certain the lower deckers believe their hero is to be dead. We will leave the body to hang for a good long while, the hopes the mutineers may rot along with the corpse. There's one traitor dealt with, Lord Captain, but how many more have been poisoned by the false confessor's heresy? A new spiritual shepherd must be appointed quickly to banish any mutinous thoughts sown by the traitors of the mind of the crew, to strengthen their faith and obedience. While the ship's confessor, the rabble will begin to whisper that the Emperor has forsaken us. as such doubts will play into the rebels' hands. Humans be strictly observed. High Factorum, find a true servant. And for the strength of faith, someone with children of the void will recognise their own. We don't want any outsiders. As you command, bless shields. Shield strength on each side of the flagship is reduced by 10%. I will send agents to every deck. The next time Nemesite rears his head, which I am certain will happen sooner rather than later, we'll be one step ahead of him and not the other way around. Sabak staggers away and your gaze turns to the motionless Kabbalah staring at her own reflection with a pool of blood. Something wrong? Thinking about Nemesite, my adversary. The more I learn about him, the more I see a vague reflection of myself. A twisted reflection perhaps, but all too familiar. Like me, he was forced to tread the path of servitude from an early age, stripped of anything that might stand in the way of duty, and a champion, a zealot left with nothing but an idea, forged and tempered by a mentor. So, I want to push her towards heresy, but I don't like none of these. So this, you understand the true value of human death, right? That could potentially mean like, yes, go and kill people, it's fun. But the brainwashing could be like, yeah, don't do the Emperor stuff, do the fun stuff. But I don't know which of those two to pick. I'm going to say that you know the true value of human death. This is true. Like a puppeteer, he pulls the threads of other people's destinies, tangling and severing them. When I cut these threads, it is only as the undying one commands, with tiny precision. I must stop Nemesite so that I may save your subjects from a premature death. She looks there and turns back to you as if remembering something. Our conversation is not over yet. Please stay with me for a moment. There is something I want to ask. It's a ritual gesture, but you notice her fingers trembling. You need to know something about what happened, you and no one else. During the divination, the revealing Adalbert's betrayal to me, my trance was interrupted. Instead of converging on a single point, my thoughts were thrown off the intended path and I lost my thread. She looks at you with distress in her eyes. What distracted me were thoughts of you. Quite the confession. You have submitted to an opponent who didn't even land a single blow. How does it feel? Her brow furrows. You've chosen a poor time for jests. Through training in absence, my mind has been shaped to be impenetrable to outside influence, and still you have forced your way into my mind's eye and put the whole ritual at risk. I was able to restore my trance and banish all thoughts that didn't belong, but that was happened to. It's all the more worrying. She pauses. You are dear to me, more so than I first realised, but my duty is to serve the undying one. What if... She falters and looks at you intently. What if your presence in my mind, in my labyrinth, goes against the tenets? Why are you so distraught? Can't you reserve even one small part of your life to yourself? Her eyes flash. Every life becomes death. Every thread of a choice is part of the blood-spun web. Every moment of my soul belongs to Anne. She stops short. Dread, our fates are connected. We walk the same labyrinth. Tell me, what would you do if your mind's worries were to dull your resolve and mar your spirit? Desires and passions will stand in my way. Predators do not bow their heads, nor are they deterred by obstacles. While I focus all attention on you, her eyebrows tense in some desperate struggle. You are right. Predators never stop chasing their prey. Never, she smirks. The Visaya hardly would have approved of me ignoring the tenets, but he would never have to face the kind of trials that I have. Kabbalah gives you a look of painful doubt and tenderness. Enough. Let's go back. Before she turns to leave, her fingers wrap around your hand and squeeze it passionately. God damn! In with the goth girl. I mean, she do be quite scary, mind. What we got? Fire Retribution, two-handed raged heavy flamer, very nice. We've got a heavy rock saw, which apparently can be quite powerful. Manufactured sword, las pistol, hand flamer, blah blah blah.
Let's seize the opportunity.
I think that was everything. Da. 1624. This one does 15 to 20. So actually, even though this is like a heavy flamer, what does Scorching Retribution do? Oh, it sets an area on fire for a turn. Okay. Okay. I mean, she likes bloods. She does make a bit of mess, so I guess she could be quite corny, couldn't she?
The world will bow.
She could be a bit corny. Oh, what's this? The target of the wearer's range attack fails toughness resist, and the attack inflicts exhaustion on that target. Ooh. I will collect all. Yes. Yes, indeed. Right. Did we get that thingamajig? Yes. Okay, what does exhaustion do? Next successful attack against this character will score critical hits. Okay. I'll give that to you, because you do have a shotgun. I like the events and stuff. The only thing I will say is that it really does. You spent. I was just jumping from one system to another, and I'm like, I have no memory of this place. Like, what was I doing? Unknown ships. But that's bad. A strange and frightening discovery was made at one of the sites of the frozen world. Countless human bodies suspended in the clear ice of a glacier. Bodies show no signs of injury. It was as if they dived into liquid water the moment before it turned to solid ice. Freeze them in place with eyes wide open, their hair fanning out behind them. Searching uncovered nothing that could explain this mystery. Oh, well, that's good. Okay, let's save. And then we'll go and do whatever this is. I mean, that doesn't narrow it down. Oh. We have an Imperial Navy squadron preparing to engage a pirate mob. The forces of both flotillas are comparable. Do you wish to intervene? Oh, we could actually, like, kill the Imperial Navy. That seems a bit weird. We fight for freedom. Hail the commanding officer. Who are you trying to kill out here? Greetings, Rogue Traeger. We have tracked down a gang of murderers led by a notorious criminal, Lucietta van der Roysen. This woman is responsible for many atrocities, including the murder of her own father, the planetary governor of the imperial world of Salukar. She conspired with Void Rebel, helped them commit a massacre on her home planet, became their leader, and she's now running amok. I invite you to join me in bringing her to justice. Let's hail the other one. Your ladyship, this is Princess Lucietta van der Roysen. I beg you, do not remain on the sidelines. That old ruffian Admiral Sarhol is willing to kill thousands of people just to get me. He is not a force for justice. He's obsessed with his own personal desires. He's stalking me for years. He got my father to agree to our wedding, even now refuses to give up. Please protect me and a handful of freedom fighters like myself. We do not want to be ruled by tyrants like Sarhol. Crush the pirates. Damn you! All we want to do is take charge of our own lives. That means killing you, so be it. Guys, a lot of people trying that recently, and frankly, they need to stop that shit. Stamp that shit out. None of this doing what you like because you don't have the jack heel boot of a fascist overlord on your throat. Where's all this come from?
I can see crimson lights in the void.
But the only problem with this battle is it's going to take fucking ages. Because there's so many ships. Oh bugger, I forgot to fix my ship in between as well. Oopsie. I'll talk amongst yourselves. This could be a while. I do quite like the ship combat. I just hate fighting elder ships. Oof, you're a big boy. Are you a battleship? It's just a cruiser, you're not a battle cruiser. Yes, battle cruisers have three sections, don't they? Cruisers only have 2. Harness is on our sides. That's our little friend. Tell you what, let's move up.
Steer us to our target.
Launch torpedoes. Let's take out this one.
Eviscerate them.
Oh, didn't even launch torpedoes.
Unleash torment. Chart a course. Unleash our wrath upon my enemies. Unleash the storm of macro cannons.
Okay. Good hits. Good hits. You're not doing anything to him, mate. It'd be a lot better if I'd remembered to repair my ship beforehand. You know what? I really do like Gothic Armada 2. The only problem is I really hate the campaign.
The enemy shield is down. Time to unleash a counterattack.
The campaign is terrible. Gets very dull very quickly. Oh, look at my boy. Let's do a quick come about. Can I? No. Okay. Am I going to crash into you?
Let the Empyrean guide us.
I could just phase through you, as is tradition.
Unleash our wrath upon my enemies.
Okay, good.
Let destruction pour forth.
Good. You're basically dead now.
Chart a course. Send them into the cold void.
Let's do something like that. Oh, if only my torpedoes could... Right, let's bring the torpedoes around. Let's get them around here somewhere. A lot of the little ships have died. You know what? If you're going to shoot at anyone, shoot the harness. It was so you had different like planetary sectors, and you could jump between. I think it was systems. And you could take planets and stuff, but it just wasn't particularly involved, and they kept doing this thing where they would be like, you know, you'd like secured a system, like an entire sector or something, and they'd go, oh, it's coming under attack again, so you'd have to send some fleets back, and you'd have like it turned it into busy work, which wasn't particularly good, which is a bit of a shame because yeah, it's a fun game, although they never had Jesus. They never had an Orc campaign, which is bullshit. I must say, I like the Imperial campaign the most.
Fade into nothing.
Because you got to ram people a lot, which was always fun. I do like ramming people. If I go... I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really matter. It's like, could do an explosion, which would do a round, but I don't think there's any, because... No, just kill him. Boom, baby! Let's laser you.
Eviscerate them! Unleash the storm of macro cannons.
Fire some torpedoes.
Now! Let destruction pour forth.
The dark void will erase their colors.
Dude, you didn't die. Oh, sorry.
Let the Empyrean guide us.
How about it? Okay, space game the Homeworld style. I mean, Battlefleet Gothic 2 was very similar to that in many regards. But it stayed true to the Battlefleet Gothic sort of style. It's really good. I just wish the campaign was better, basically. If only that was a little bit more, you know, a little bit more going on there, I think it would have been great. A bit more going on, and they relied less on the just spawning fleets out of nowhere, which is something no one likes. God damn, he's a bit... Why can't I have one like that? I want one like that. Why can't I have a big boy? Got this piddly little thing. What's I supposed to do with this?
Emblazon our path.
Pitiful.
Send them into the cold void.
Yeah, let's do that. I feel like the big boy can probably kill them, right? I mean, I genuinely think that this is probably the best 40k game. I think it's some of the deepest lore
For the glory of the Imperium!
that's ever been done. Thanks, yes. Oh shit, son, we got Fury Interceptors. I can have interceptors now. Thank you for your cooperation, Rogue Trader. The boarding party has captured Van der Roysen. Perhaps the poor girl has simply fallen under bad influence, and so I will personally see to her re-education. The reward for her capture is yours as promised. In addition, I am enclosing a particular invaluable trophy as a token of her sincerest gratitude. Her toughness is increased by 3. Oh, wow, you shouldn't have. I wish to keep that captive. Why not leave her in your hands? What? No, she's mine! There's a silence for a while, then the Voxcast lets a heavy sigh. You want her? I go get her. I just threw her out of the airlock. I've already lost too much to be chasing her. I will not have fight a rogue trader. Good day to you. Oh well, at least she's not gonna deal with that shit. Right. Wait, where's the... Right. So let's, yeah. Oh wait, here? Neat! Let's upgrade the hull a little bit. 200. 200 sounds pretty good. Oh, that's better. Right, that's worse. That's worse. Get rid of that one. Oh, that's actually better, isn't it? Wait, that does 4 shots doing 14 damage, 2 shots doing 21 damage. 28. Oh, it can be used twice per turn. Okay. So that is better. Pop that there. That's worse. That's worse. That's worse. That's worse. Not using that anymore. And that is exactly the same. Good. Good to know. No, I know. It's a shame you can't get a bigger ship. I mean, I get it because, you know, you're very invested on the ship. Should we do... Sure, let's extract that. Explorative Void Station. Hello. The Rogue Trader's ship approaches the Adeptus Mechanicus Void Station, is met by the hostile scrutiny of the station's defense lasers. As Explorer Lex Mechanic, who introduced himself as Service Unit 42, dispassionately inquires how the station can be of use to the Rogue Trader. Transium elements... What? Thanks to Road Trader for their cooperation and fed so with several containers of unused reserves as a token of its gratitude. Plunder the station. I need torpedoes. Okay. Oh, alright. Okay. Screw that. I want a fucking battleship, baby. The biggest of boys. We haven't been here yet, have we? Let's go. I don't mind dangerous. What are you going to do? Send demons at me? I've got a Kabbalah. Esteemed Proctor's Anther's dog, Glato, won't let the officers in the room. As the esteemed Proctor requests, he was assigned a space to work, but my word, it's not the whole area. Some less than sagacious individuals try to lead him out by the collar, poor fools. Medicating officer cannot get them out of there now until they are while they are bleeding. The esteemed Proctor is nowhere to be found, so we must ask your ladyship to deal with the beast. Shooting the esteemed Proctor's dog is something we would prefer to avoid doing. The sheer worthlessness of some of my subjects is staggering. Once again, I must handle everything myself. I beg your most gracious forgiveness, Lord Captain. This is a delicate situation, and we put all of our hopes of resolving it in you. I will go to the wardroom post-haste and await your arrival. These goddamn people. I mean, that's a good point. I can barely keep these guys under control. Right, what the fuck is going on? Glacio, paws spread wide and grinding menacingly, he scans the wardrobe with his scarlet visor. His blood-smeared kinetic jaw clangs, sending sparks flying. Frozen on silence in animal terror, the bloody officer watches every move. Approach. Glacio looks straight at you, letting a vox-enhanced growl unfurl from his chest. Twitchily moving his paws, Glacio flattens his ears and tilts his head towards you to the side as if puzzled. The protocols that forcing him into combat mode are likely in direct conflict with the protocols that require him to protect you from a higher-ranking individual, and now an agonizing struggle is raging in his mind. So you reach out and take hold of the collar. You wouldn't dare hurt me. Looking him right in the eye, you loom over him intimidatingly, slowly but inexorably reaching towards his neck. The dog lets out a low growl, his jaw opening slightly, but your heavy gaze seems to keep him pinned to the ground. Taking him firmly by the collar, you see his whole body go limp and he lies down helplessly on his belly. Only now that you notice a small data slate on the table behind him. He seems to be guarding Solomon's personal items while the Proctor has business elsewhere. Have you been guarding that? Study the data slate. Judging by the badge on the case, it belongs to Solomon. In the first notes, you find entire dossiers of observations of your senior officers and retinues, their habits and petty vices, acquaintance and psychological profiles. There are also some notes about you in there, which previously dry observations gradually turn into something more interesting. Oh, obviously we're going to read our fucking file. Your eyes are drawn to a list of characteristic traits. Along the positive ones are determined, confident in her privileges, courageous in battle, and magnetic charisma. Every traits are somewhat more numerous. Arrogant, lacking in righteous terror of the Lex Imperialis, unable to entrust tasks to subordinate crew members, sensual lasciviousness, and out of nowhere, alleged kleptomania. Yeah, no, I can see that. That's fair. That's Study the last lines about you. The final notes reveal the fruits of Solomon's obviously taxing mental efforts. Your known and suspected tastes in music, food, clothing and jewellery have been painstakingly documented. A list of gifts that might please you have also been compiled, including something deadly, a good-looking killer servitor, and fancy garb like that corrupted bureaucrat wears. Vague ideas are sketched out, truncated phrases, candlelit dinner, hackneyed or good, walk through the Janus jungle at sunset, even jointly tracking down an ensign psychopath. The line, choir of repenting criminal perform a serenade, is written in red. Okay. We need to talk. It will be done, your ladyship. Get a little bit feisty. We're all good though.
I imagine you want an explanation.
We should know if this creation has a second volume. I'm amazed by the author's imagination. Oh, I'm sure that the first of many jokes you've managed to think up already.
The data slate contains my observation log on you and the members of your retinue. I use it to record habits, personality traits, and noteworthy facts. With regard to you in particular, more than that, I think you've already come across notes of a different nature. Thoughts about how one might make overtures toward a rogue trader.
In a less stern man, the look the Proctor gives you could be only to slightly lower bows, could be considered roguish. Read out the best parts. Are you talking about these overtures?
I beg you, I'm willing to part with much of my dignity. It is certainly warranted in this case, but allow me to keep a shred.
To read out the idea of attending service at the reliquary together, Solomon maintains a stony expression. The idea of a romantic evening by the stained glass windows of the ship's observatorium is greeted with a barely audible grinding of teeth. Add the line, maybe a bottle of good Amasec and an expensive ring confiscated from some from bureaucrat. His eye twitches testily, but when you begin to read out the ornate and likely copied love confession, he snorts loudly, suppressing a smile with a monstrous effort, and declares, how did your notes end up in the wardroom?
A foolish mistake. I'd been working at my assigned desk in the wardroom, and, like an idiot, I left my data slate in there. Glato recognized it as an important item belonging to me, so he went into guard mode, and started chasing off anyone who might encroach upon it. You know, you're lucky Glato didn't rip your arm off when you took the data slate from him. I'm sure he had a hard time deciding whose safety was more important, yours or my notes.
The mistake gave me a reading experience I shall never forget.
Yes, it gave me an unforgettable experience too.
So, what made you muse about how to make overtures towards me?
I made a fool of myself that night. There was an intimacy between us, and perhaps it made me anxious. Or perhaps I wasn't prepared to feel so strongly, but I did feel it. I think about you and about what there could be between us. If you do not feel the same, tell me. I will understand. If you do, then I want to apologize for my rash words before and take them back.
How about the data slate to Solomon, but put it back at the last minute with a smile? Ooh, cheeky. I have to ask, which of the ideas are your favourite?
I can show you.
The fighter's strong hands, accustomed to holding a weapon, rest on the organ keys with unexpected delicacy. His fingers flit confidently over the keys, producing a melody at once vigorous and full of restrained tenderness. Tremulous expectations and searing yearning, Solomon's face is frozen in a mask of contemplation, but his hands dance across the keys, alienating between weightlessness and caress and precise bolt strikes.
I've never played for anyone before. This is me making an overture.
I've only got a 30. Place your fingers on Solomon's hands and play along with him, but I've only got a 30% chance of that, so probably end up getting a sound trap. And your gesture is well received, your words are forgotten. Come. In more than one sense of the word.
I'm glad you gave me another chance.
Fade to black. God, I can't go into fucking warp space without something weird happening. I mean, it's certainly more interesting than Bloodthirsters all over the place. Plundered state. Oh, okay. Tell you what, let's go to this one. Do it to the bedroom, please. That's just the fucking foreplay. More plasteel. Don't need more plasteel. How much plasteel do I have? 16? Jesus. Provisions. We have 15 of. What's this? The cold, windy planet is covered by a raging sea of mustard grey grass, so tall it reaches an average human's waist. The monotony of the endless steppe is occasionally broken by chains of murky green lakes, but the Augur crew spots a far more interesting anomaly, a scar running several dozen kilometers deep, splitting the world's equator in two. After 2 exploration watches, the crew intercepts a faint signal coming from one of the labour settlements in the deep chasm. Due to the unstable connection, the foreman mistakes your vessel for a winter-scale ship, one that was due to arrive 9 cycles ago. Foreman Grummy reports over the week channel that the adamantine ore deposits in the world are nearly depleted, and the planet will be fully mined out in less than a decade. With some difficulty, he picks up enough words to understand the ship in orbit belongs to another rogue trader, then awkwardly apologises and falls silent. At some point, the connection cuts off completely, and you leave the foreman and his prospects to wait for their real master. 5 provisions? Yeah, go on. Okay, let's go and do this, shall we? No, wait for it. Right. Save. You sight a ship hovering over a void station. The vessel bears no identifying marks. The landing craft swarming the station below make this situation clear. Pirates have seized an Imperial outpost. The Augurs detect the pirate ship is warming up its engines and quickly reloading its cannons. It's preparing for battle. Attack first. Kill them! Kill them all!
Steer us to our target.
Indeed. How do I look? Oh, there we go. Launch fighters.
Unleash.
Right, let's
Unleash our wrath upon my enemies.
good first hits.
Let the incandescent beams scorch our enemies.
One down. Probably should have
Chart a course.
left that for another one, but never mind. Lasers!
Send them into the cold void.
I can launch more.
Torpedoes.
Yes. Right. If we go here.
Emblazon our path. Let destruction pour forth. Unleash our wrath upon my enemies. Macro cannons, annihilate them.
I am. Ooh, could we? No. Alright, let's take out. Let's go take out the torpedoes.
Destruction pour forth.
We cannot.
Chart a course.
Lasers. Damn. I mean, they're not bad. Yeah. So one of the things you can do is keep the ship on as like a helper, which I think is really friggin' super useful.
Steer us to our target.
They have huge range.
Eviscerate them.
Oh, I was really hoping I'd be able to kill you.
Unleash our wrath upon my enemies.
I mean, I wouldn't say no. Okay. I guess I don't have to kill these guys anyway. They're going to run away. It's kind of annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I don't think I can take this.
Chart a course.
No, never mind. He's gonna get away. I just wish he'd get away quicker.
Steer us to our target.
Might be able to get him.
Unleash the storm of macro cannons.
Well, this might finish him off.
Send them into the cold void.
Got him. Got him. 21 damage a shot. But only 3 shots. So not as good. Yes. Time for Kabbalah to go to work. I think this is the one with like 1 million guys in it.
The world trembles beneath my feet. Your struggles are in vain.
Show them no mercy.
Boys. Where's Abelard? There he is. I mean, to be honest though, you'll get the first turn, so let's do that. Okay, Idira, where are you? There you are.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Big buffs, don't explode. Good job. Okay, now we eyeball them.
Now you're clad in scarlet.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. I am going to... Yeah, there's like 1 million guys here. And you have got a lot of health, sir. And a big sword. Don't know if you mind me saying that.
The shadows will see it done. Caught by the web.
What can we do? Ooh, reckless abandon.
My blade whispers your name.
I could also not do that one. Oh wait, no, I can do that one.
Trust me. As honor or death, let your soul be purged.
God damn.
Let's make it quick.
Right? Calling himself a slasher with Cabana around, that's just,
Let's get to it.
what's he planning to do about that?
Here we go.
Uh-oh. Is that a flamer?
Arbitrators are made of plasteel.
Else that is. Yes. Yes, it is.
Hold on.
Scared yet? Time to slaughter someone.
Solomon, you need to deal with this guy. Is he on fire? Alright, fine. Right, let's go apprehend.
We've got a job to do, Glato.
100% damage and has additional 20% dodge
It
reduction.
won't take long.
Nice. And we're going to do this.
Check done.
I am pretty happy with that.
The order's clear. The arbitrator judges.
Okay. Good work. Right, where's Abelard is there? Okay, so if we send our burb. We get some big buffs.
Anything else?
I could shout at him. Tell you what, let's do this. Let's
Will do.
expose weakness.
Was that you? Or
They should be pretty easy to finish off. One would
Amidst the carnage, I find purpose.
hope. Indeed you do. Right, we'll go there. We're gonna set. Right, where's my boy? Relocation. Right, you go here. And we can do this.
I need no guidance.
And we can do Air of Authority.
Ruin beckons.
And I kind of feel like...
Whispers, guide my hand.
Indeed. Right, Solomon.
Understood. No mercy.
I just think killing all these guys could be super useful.
Accepted. Not a problem for Proctor.
Okay. I mean, that worked. Could tell you what, Kabbalah, do you want to break their ranks?
One step closer.
What does break their ranks do? Jason to... It makes an attack of opportunity against an adjacent enemy. Well, you didn't.
I will triumph.
However, we could do it this way. What does this do? Affects me for 100. Affects that can be more than one execution. Okay, that is fine. Tell you what, let's do this.
As the tenants demand. The shadows.
So So you now have 28 bleed and 2 toxin, which means you will still be alive, but only just. Could I shoot you to death?
I need no guidance.
Nope, that was a terrible shot.
Show me what you've got.
Let's make it quick.
There are so many guys this fight. I just remember this fight being like just endless guys. So many guys.
Tried and tested tactics are the best
I'll
ones.
just kill you. Can I
Indeed.
charge in here?
One fewer target.
Nice.
It will be done. At your beck and call. I will do my duty.
If I may, witness the fury of House Orcelio.
Yeah, that's pretty legit. I am going to... Let's
Me?
buff.
If you
Buff
insist,
Abelard
Lord
and
Captain.
reveal the lights. I don't know what else to do really, because I mean, I just need. I guess I could give Kabbalah the extra chargey thing. Can I check? She go?
No.
No.
This goes against the tenets.
Yeah. Right. Never mind. Ignore me. Right. You're over there.
I bring mercy and retribution.
Hello, boys.
Come, the other side awaits. Trust me.
Boing.
Caught by the web.
Right, let's go with
I shall not
audience,
fail.
and then we will dance
The
of death on
undying
Remy.
Emperor whispers his will. Let your soul be purged. Death is a blessing. Come, the other side awaits.
It's just insane. Okay, all the main characters, all the...
maggot.
Oh, hello. I didn't realise you were still up there. Don't worry. Don't worry, you won't last very long. Could throw a modified crack grenades. Just go and attack. I'll be honest, of all the like, the doggo is really quite weak. Not very potent.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
Should we electrocute these guys?
Be gone!
That's one way to do it. Kabbalah, do your stuff.
Let your soul be purged. My blade whispers your name. As the tenets demand. As honor or death is a blessing.
Well, I think that was a bit quicker than last time.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
The web beckons.
What do we have? A radiant chess piece. That's pretty nice. Drukari Clave. Powerball. Right, Powerballs. Tell you what, go there. We'll take that one out. What's that? Splinter pistol. The clave is quite nice, but it's 2 hands, so I'm not... Armor of the Final Threshold. Actually seems quite nice. I like keep all that.
Embrace true power.
2% damage? Bolt pistols, meh. We'll keep that one. Ooh, a purple. We got a hardened chain axe. Oh, well. I do like my chain axes hard. What have you got? Nullifying shotgun. Holy shit, that's actually pretty legit. Let's go with ballistic skill. No, we're gonna go with intelligence and tech use. So my tech use is now 85, which is not as good as Pascal's, but it's good enough that I don't need Pascal. I kind of tempted to go with strength for you. Oh, weapon skill. I'm going to go weapon skill. And you have your Medicae. You are Medicae girl. Corrals for you. I could give you some agility. Why do you need fellowship? I'm going to give you strength. You can't tell me what to do. Alright, can't do willpower. Could potentially get perception. Let's go perception. And you also get warp law. You need fellowship. Just makes sense. And I could give you Law of Imperium. So let's go with that one. You are going... Right, what? I guess ballistic skill? What is kind of your thing? You got... Oh, you've got really good coercion. Alright. Alright, sounds pretty good. Right, where did this shotgun go? It's a nullifying shotgun, wasn't it? Right, we could chuck that in cargo. Ah, there we are. Yeah, fuck me, that's so much better. Doesn't look as cool, but it definitely is better. What's your shotgun like? Oh, this is better. Oh, but you can't use your shield at the same time. Let's sigh. I thought you could. Is it that one? No, it's that one. 12 to 12. Oh, that one's better. Alright, we'll keep the better one then. Be my guest. Did you have a helmet? You did. It's only the crit one. Okay, so I could give you the... Where is it? This one. 2% range. I mean, it's not amazing, and you do kind of look like a gimp in it, but you know what? That's okay. This could be worse.
I tread a path unexplored.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Yeah, I thought he had it, to be honest. but maybe I was wrong. Maybe we need to find it and give it to him. I think my character had it, but I forgot to give it to him, so... Aldari equipment. Well, if only we had an Aldari. Unfortunately, they're aliens, and so therefore I would have to shoot them.
The world will bow.
There were Elder on Jaina, so we had to kill them. We had to kill all of them. Right, is that everyone? Nope. Hello, goods. Well, that's... was a profitable venture. What's this? Your plan was a success. Our provocation against Nemesite and the killer of the traitor Adalbert have brought out all the rest of them. My forces have captured a number of suspicious individuals and beaten the truth out of them. The scum Nemesite wishes to avenge his mentor's death and plans to raid the ceremony of the officer's anointment. Since the impious Adalbert has turned out to be an apostate, it is the new confessor's duty to ensure the officers retake their oath to the God Emperor. Traditionally, the ceremony is attended by the officers' families, and it is they who are the target of the mutineer. He wishes to slaughter all of the ship's elite in one fell swoop. I have ordered a trap to be set for Nemesite. Would you like to personally involve in the operation? Yep. I will attend the ceremony. Hear a burst of interference followed by Kabbalah join the channel. Dread, the whispers of death are uttering the name of Nemesite ever more loudly. I must meet the enemy face to face. Very well. So be it. The Dream Team. A row of disguised enforcers are listening to the confessor's words in silence. All around you are Saubak's chosen people, each dressed as a member of the officers' families. Close by, a kindly-looking old woman is fumbling with a starched handkerchief, catching your eye. She smiles with a mouth that is missing half its teeth, then whispers, "Everything is going as planned, your ladyship." And who might you be, Madam Matriarch? Melinda Truffgold, your Lord Captain, transferred from the enforcers with the rank of Senior Lieutenant to the staff of your ladyship's quarters on account of my age and declining health, but as you can see, there's no such thing as a former enforcer. A friendly smile stretches across her bloodless lips. Look at the participants. Sad is holding with everyone playing their role perfectly. The Master at Arms must have constructed them thoroughly and shown them how to best conceal weapons. All of them are wearing their best, and even you can tell where they are hiding their armaments. So I would say I could trust my safety to someone so advanced in years. I guess the Master at Arms remembers how Blinda used to be the best shot amongst the enforcers back in the day, and knows that my iron hand have not diminished over the years. I spent 40 years on duty, and to this day I can tell if a man is carrying contraband in his pocket just by the way he is walking. I am grateful to Mistress Saubak for the honour. I don't want to die in my bed. Let me fall in battle, defending the Lord Captain and crushing traitors. Melinda gives you imperious yet absent-minded nod and dabs the eye with a handkerchief. Do you believe Nemesite will fall for our ruse? Judging by the way the serf in the back row keeps glancing around, our Nemesite will swallow the bait just like the void rat he is. Podge will hit the fan any moment now. A most benign smile crosses her face. Ceremony comes to an end, the vows are given, and the forehead of each officer is graced with a touch of the confessor. Now comes the moment for the closing prayer. And may the God Emperor protect us. A loud and menacing voice booms through the halls, cutting short the sacred words. But not today!
You cannot stop the angels, faithful!
The absurdity of your struggle amuses me.
Death to the defilers!
Alright. We want to try and keep everyone together so that we can... Right, you go first, then you go. Okay, that's fine. Best position. Come here. Okay, is that everyone? Nope. Okay, well, we'll go with that. Right.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Do the thing.
Anything else?
Nice. Eyeball.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. If I may...
We bring deliverance. Sire!
I've
My
suffered worse.
hand!
I must not falter. Weather the storm!
Right. Let's go and mop these guys up. Yeah, good luck with that.
The shadows will see it done. Let your soul be purged.
Sproing.
Killing brings me no pleasure. Trust me. Let your soul be purged. As the tenants come, the other side awaits. Trust me. Killing brings me no pleasure.
But you're so good at it.
Let's get to it.
Uh-oh.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
This is just too much for me.
Let's make it quick.
Adira.
This is beneath me.
Oh, right. I've already done it with you, haven't I? I could... Right.
Destiny reshaped.
You know what to do.
As honor ordains, I shall not. Caught by the web. Death is a blessing. As the tenants demand, let your soul be purged. I cannot serve you in this way. As honor ordains, come, the other side awaits.
Ooh.
A dance of blades and shadows.
Hey, buddy.
Trust me.
What you doing over here? Let's...
I
do
shall
that
not
one.
fail. I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Goodness me, he's got a lot of hit points, hasn't he?
The shadows will see it done. Caught by the web.
Do, 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 do. Boink. So, what have you... God, your stats are trash. You've got 5 toxin, 45 bleeding. Okay, you've got an average chainsaw. Oh, wait, that's the one you've got. What's Cult Ambush? Okay, don't know what that means. Nemesite always has a plan. When the Nemesite's ally is killed by an enemy, as soon as the enemy's turn, Nemesite immediately attacks that character and grants his allies a 5 bonus. Oh, okay. Well, I have killed a lot of your friends. Like a lot of you. I have killed like a shit ton of your friends, in fairness.
Purpose guides me. One step closer.
Okay, I kind of want to kill you.
Ruin beckons.
Abelards. Could you deal with this guy?
Reduced to dust.
Thanks, buddy. Who's who? Oh, wait. Is it literally only 2 guys left? I thought there was going to be more. Okay, if I run over here.
Ravage and conquer.
Ow. Oh, okay, I forgot about you. Sorry.
I need no guidance. A blood-soaked tribute.
I can handle this.
Good job missing. Okay, let's pop you over here. Because
But of
Cassia's
course.
looking a little bit worse for wear, but we can sort that little problem out.
Let's see what you can do.
Double heals, max health, all good.
Will do. Farewell.
He's dead. Did I get your buffs? No. I can reach from here, can I? Oh,
Anything else?
I can reach. Let's go with that. I think right, so the problem is that
Follow my lead.
ideally in Rogue Trader
Weapon at the ready.
you kill people before they're a problem. So Utter Nutter is right. Why would you want a warrior when you can have a blade dancer? And the answer is you don't really. To be honest, Abelard, as good as he is early on, he does drop off later on because he just doesn't have the damage output.
A tactically sound
Whereas Kibala is an absolute baller right until the end. You're a little bit surrounded, buddy.
At your beck and call.
To arms, faithful souls. The tyranny ends today. Oh, hey guys.
Victory is imminent.
Yeah, basically that. I'm dropping frames. Why am I dropping frames now? Right. I'm going to continue, but the stream health is bad. Suddenly, for no particular reason, I think it's a YouTube thing.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Solomon, we're gonna, well, first things first. Bite him. Good, he does have a lot of health, mind you, but good
I'll
work.
take it as a priority. Understood.
I'll take it. Let us... Is this my problem? Hang on. Broadband speed test. Is this my fault? I don't think so. I don't think anyone else is using my network. No, it's back. Right, well, it's fluctuating. I don't really want to do that. It is what it is. God, I wish I had a better... I wish I had a better bloody internet. My internet is so bad, and annoyingly I was supposed to get better broadband before we moved. They were bringing it to my town, and then we moved, and now I'm just in the arse end of nowhere. Alas. You're fine. Right, can we do finest hour on...
In the name of House Orselio,
yeah. Okay,
I shall prevail.
Trust
let's
me.
kill this nerd.
As honor ordains. My blade whispers your name.
Oh, you're not doing so hot, buddy. Dodge? What do you mean, dodge?
I shall not fail. Death is a blessing.
There we go. Right, I could send you sprawling across the battlefield, but I think it's unneeded.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Can I hit both of them with Waking Nightmare? I can.
Moving out.
Okay, Nemesite is
Follow
dead.
my lead.
Good job. Stab him. I'm sure that's going to work really well.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
You do make a mess, Kabbalah, so yes, you probably, almost certainly will.
As honor ordains. As the tenet blade whispers your name.
Jesus Christ, you do so much damage. 70 bleeding.
The shadows will see it done. Caught by the web.
He's only got 1 health left. He's dead. He's gone. That's it. 1 round. Kabbala's like, yeah, you're fucked, basically. You're right. Why would you have Abelard when you could just have Kabbala doing all the fucking damage?
It won't take long. Understood.
Laughable.
Let's bring you down.
Through
here.
chaos I stride. I will triumph.
Well, you got in my way. Don't know what to tell you.
I won't waste my time on that.
Don't know what to tell you. Well, if you just stayed away, you would have been fine. How does a robot dog carry a fucking hound?
I'm not so sure. Cover me!
I'm not so sure.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Nemesite is crouching on the ground, clutching at the bleeding wound under his ribs. His tortured body is still strong, and everything in his posture expresses a will to fight on. The red scarf no longer covers his face, and the vigilante grins at you with bloody teeth. Weak. I have yet to be impressed. No longer covered by broken goggles, the hairless skull is bulging with massive growths. However, the mutant nature of your enemy is just as quickly betrayed by even more unsettling feature, the third arm growing out of his torso. You watch as its fingers deftly empty the drum of a stub revolver and load it with the fresh rounds. You lost. Your battle for the ship's freedom is at an end. Do I have any last words before you die? Nemesite laughs dervishly. Freedom? I care nothing for your freedom or those throngs willing to offer their necks to your yoke. I will not die for these wretches, but I will gladly pay you for your demise with my life. Both you and your dredgers come from the same rotten root. That is why you are easy to fall. Nemesite and his march against authority are just a fancy story to tell the rabble, a convenient tool for recruiting the wrong and the disposed. In truth, all of you must die and make way for those who truly are worthy. More pure, more pious, more courageous than any of you ever were. You lied to the people, condemned them to death. I see, you're just another mouthy upstart preying on people's minds. Nemesite hisses in anger, and then you notice his grip on the weapon has shifted slightly. Just another? My name is spoken every bay on the ship. I am more than just another upstart. I am your death sentence. You'll be the last Nemesite this ship ever sees. I'll make sure of it. Aren't you a little overconfident? Nemesite casts a glance at the stub revolver in his hand, then back at you. You're right in front of me. My gun is loaded. I believe this tune is not quite finished yet. It feels like time has become viscous and is slowing you down. You see the bloody hand of Nemesite raise the weapon and your body reacts of its own accord. There is no time to deliberate. You draw your weapon and point the barrel at Nemesite, but he is already aiming his own at you. A malevolent grin spreads across his face. The two black muzzles stare at each other, and the one around you narrows to a thin line. Kibana emerges nearby like a shadow, blade gleaming menacingly in her hand as she hisses softly, ready to pounce. It's your thread that will break today and no other. Save your message for the false god when you meet him, servant of death. I'm glad I get to take you both down at once. The gun is now pointing at Kabbalah. I vow that your murderous sect will fall along with the Lord Captain. How about we make a deal? Exchange glances with Kabbalah. Oh. You may outnumber the enemy, but each of you must face the rebel alone. Persuasion? Oh. Oh yes, I regret what I was born of. Okay, wait, that failed. Time, farewell. Time stops. Shoot first. Succeeded, deafening by the roar of your weapon and the sound of blood pulsing in your temples. You do not hear Nemesite's own gunshot. Kabbalah takes a deep breath and wipes the blood off a blade. The living legend's head lies severed at her feet. Thus ends the struggle of Nemesite. Kabbalah picks up the severed head from the deck and gazes at its extinguished eyes with a strange wistfulness. The struggle is not people, the struggle is ideas, and people are merely their vessels, the carriers of the struggle. I need to reflect on his death, Domin. I need to stand before the Undying One and hear his blessed whisper. We can discuss what happened after. I want to loot him.
Whisper and be heard.
I want to see his stuff. Plasma pistol, needle rifle, loads of explosives. Alright, but on that bombshell, I think we're going to leave it there, because basically the stream seems to be fucked, unfortunately.
Intriguing.
I'd blame it on myself, but I genuinely think it's YouTube, because my network appears to be fine. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.